I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, boys and girls. And my God, do we got a lot going on lately. We have the OA wallet staking 50 billion HEX. Actually, that turned out to be 250 billion HEX on the Ethereum side, and roughly about 100 billion HEX over on the Pulse chain side. Recently, there's also been an adjustment to the farms. As a matter of fact, let's just kind of pull some of this up real quick. So what you're going to see here just from this screenshot alone is basically what's been going on. You're going to see a massive decrease in the amount of actual farming capability. And this is coming from a tweet from Richard Hart where he actually says that the ink inflation just cut 10x. All national currencies become worthless over time due to inflation. It's a historical fact. PulseX burns. PulseX, Pulse chain is burning, and there are fewer Pulse now than when it launched. And there was a massive stake as well. And so this is actually coming all into basically all the news events. So what we're going to do real fast is actually just kind of pull up a couple of different items, because as you're going to see right here is when we go into these items over here is you're going to see that the GUI is actually pretty darn good right now. Let me actually get to where the stakes were as well. Right here. So there was 50 billion HEX staked multiple times, with a total of 250 billion HEX being staked on the Ethereum side. And what this did is actually introduced a massive reduction in that payout per T-share. So what you're going to see is right now we used to get on average roughly about 7.9 HEX per T-share, whereas right now you're actually going to only get about 4.1 HEX per T-share. And that is because you can see there's over 90 or 62% of the pool is actually staked right now. Same thing on the Ethereum side as well. And so you can see we're only getting about 4.1 HEX per T-share. And this is causing a little bit of panic for a few people, right? This is causing a few people to wonder what's going on, what's happening. And just giving my thoughts on this for 2 seconds, okay? So the first thing I want to say is when it comes to the pools and the farms, one thing you want to know is if you do decide to actually pull out of the farms, that is going to actually help pump the price, right? The less liquidity there is available on the market right now, the easier it is for the price to actually pump. And so what we're seeing is a potential where they are trying to remove liquidity from people just holding it inside these farms and actually making it into where they actually start deploying some of this capital as well. And so we're seeing a lot of this happen right now. Apologize for the loudness on that one. Someone's power steering is going out over there. If you can hear it, quite loud, quite crazy. But what we're seeing right now is the essential movement of removing liquidity to help pump the price. Guys, the less liquidity there is on the market, the easier it is going to be to actually pump the price. And this is actually beneficial. Now, my 2 cents on this is, being that the farms are so small right now with the actual amount of money or ink that you can potentially earn, I don't really see a need to be in there unless you're coming in with a lot of capital at this point in time. As a matter of fact, if you go to the PulseX V2 website, you can just kind of get an idea of what this might look like as well. So if we just go into the farms real quick, you can see now the APRs are roughly about 1% for PulseX and Pulse, 7% for the stablecoin and everything as well. And if we end up diving into some of these over here and just say, you know, what could I end up actually earning? Okay, like let's just say you ended up doing $1,000 inside of this pool in roughly about 7 days. That's going to give you, or 1 day time, it's going to earn you roughly about 3 cents, guys. That's $1,000 to earn 3 cents in 1 day. In 7 days, that's 21 cents. And again, this is on $1,000. So unless you were coming in with a massive large sum of $1 million on this one, then even that 7-day balance is still $206 for a 7-day ink reward. Now you're still getting 104 ink on that one, but the supply is just so freaking low right now, guys. And again, this is coming in with $1 million. Like, even if you just had $10,000 in there, again, for 7 days, that's going to earn you roughly about $2 during that time. Now, I personally don't believe that is worth it to be inside the farm. The one benefit is the less people that are in the farms, the more you are going to be in control of the actual percentage earned during that payout each day. But again, unless you're coming in with a lot of capital, I just don't really see the benefit. So I'm personally going to be removing my farms on this one. Just wanted to share that really for 2 seconds on that one. Wanted to get your thoughts on what the OA was doing with potentially staking all of the HEX right now. Again, there was a massive stake that lasted for 7 days. What is the OA going to do after the 7 days? That is the question. That is what I'm curious. That is what I want to know your thoughts are down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and check this out some more. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.